People talk about submission, a feminine woman is submissive. But why the feminine has to be submissive? Or even the masculine has to be submissive? What is it, about the relationship of man and women is that is making a woman, what is it about the relationship that people think that the feminine should be submissive? I feel like the feminine, the woman, surrendering to God is actually, assumed, is being assumed as submission. This is the ego of the man, around the world, assuming that a woman who is surrendered to God is actually means that she is submissive towards the man. It's just an assumption. It's for the man's ego, ego creates that illusion that this woman who is accepting however I'm behaving as her being submissive, but it is actually not submission to the man, but actually surrender to the God. She is being surrendered to the God, saying that whatever is happening in my life because of this man, I am going to give it to God. Let God do the judgment, or even deliver the karma to the man who is in this ego that he can treat me however he wants to. Okay, so this narrative that people have spread across the world and internet, that feminine women are submissive. No, it's not that. She is practicing surrender to God. Okay, it's your ego that is assuming and saying to you that she is submissive towards me. No, your ego is too fragile that if she tells you anything straightforward onto your face, you are not able to take it. You get triggered. Okay, so she has given up on being real with you, in the sense that giving you, basically helping you out to see the real thing and reality, but you don't want to see the reality. That's why when she gives up on helping you out to see the reality and be more practical about things, and the way you are dealing things, in your life, she will, she will say to you, like, see, this is not right, this is wrong, but your ego gets triggered because of it, because you have been not wronged, or you have been not informed by people around you, especially could be your mother, your family, that never made you question yourself whether you are doing it right or wrong. And when this feminine woman comes in your life, femininity is not, anywhere linked with submission. Okay, femininity is not relevant to submission. She is feminine women always surrender to God. Okay, and you think that she is submissive towards you. Okay, she is surrendered to God, but when it comes to giving you answers truthfully on your face, she will do that. But now she's tired of trying to pull you into the reality, telling you to do the right thing. So she goes into surrender mode. She gives up on explaining you something that you do not want to understand. You want to stay in your delusional ego. Okay, ego mind, ego state. Basically, your timeline is way beyond her timeline. Her understanding of the future is way beyond your understanding. She is a spiritual being. She can actually see in the spirit realm, and she's tapping into the spiritual realm and trying to, from there she is getting the information and she's trying to help you. But no, you are in your ego. You want to, you only believe in what you see, okay, and not what your intuition is saying or your gut feeling is saying. Or you don't want to believe in the higher powers. That's why when you do not follow what she's saying, she is going to leave you there. She'll be like, okay, you stay in your ego, fine, then you go about your life, and you get to experience things that will make you realize that, oh, she was right. Since she is an emotional being, she's feminine, and she can tap into spirit realm, she is beyond your timeline, so she's thinking beyond the timeline that you're thinking in. She's beyond that. So for you to catch up with her, it will take time. So she knows that you will take time to understand things. So she surrenders to God. She's like, okay, God, you want him to, experience the reality, what I'm saying in a practical way, because you are a masculine, you are going to understand things practically, right? After experiencing it. So it will take time. So she understands that. So she gives up on, giving you, the answers that can help you, in your reality. She gives up on that because you don't want to accept her gifts to help you into becoming a better person, better man. So she gives up on that. So, and she surrenders to God, and that looks like a submission to you, okay, because of your ego. Because your ego is assuming that she is submissive, but she is not. She is just following God. And you later on you have to follow her. You will, regret, and you will realize that, oh, she was right. This is how men learn. So yeah, they are on a different timelines basically. Man has to really get a practical experience, and she is intuitive, so she can understand the energy of any situation by just being listening to it, or being there, you know so yeah, that is what is happening here. People are assuming her surrender, feminine women surrender, as submission to the man. I'm sorry, it's not true. Thank you. Bye. Radhe Radhe.